Hey folks, this is Kalani. Now, on a little bit of a different character, so don't panic, you're still watching my channel, and yes, we are back in the Crown Pavilion. Now there is a very good reason for this, as you just saw. The Crown Pavilion may have had its champions removed, or nerfed, or whatever they're planning to do with the champions, but the amount of mobs here remains the same, the mob density remains the same, and people are still farming it. This means that while it's not brilliant for champion loot bags, it's still very, very good for experience. Now, due to how Living Story works, every time something new comes out, the area in which basically it's involved, you're granted instant access to level 80, in that you're scaled up. You're obviously not granted, say, it doesn't randomly boost you to level 80, but you can hold your own against a level 80 mob, which is the key idea. So, right now my Guardian is level 63. She was level 61 before I started this approximately 11 minutes ago. So, right now I'm sitting at just over a level every 4 minutes. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the only comparable experience to that kind of speed is crafting, and that costs you quite a bit. Now, obviously, there's a little bit of aid here with the experience, so I'm running 2 boosters. We'll have a quick look-see down here in the bottom left. I'm running Experience Booster, the normal one for 50%, and a Laureate Experience Booster for the 30%. Now these do seem to stack, or at least it lets me use them at the same time. An interesting little note is that due to how many monsters we're actually fighting, you can keep up a kill streak experience bonus for very, very, very long periods of time. I also, when I started this, popped a kill streak experience booster, and remember that is 100% experience from kills for 30 seconds, and it recharges with every kill. Now, I managed to keep that going for 8 minutes straight, and the only reason why it dropped off was because the commander got a little confused and the Zerg went a little bit wonky, so we didn't have everybody in the same place, which means, sadly, I wasn't able to get a kill. Killing an 80 veteran on my own is a little bit more to ask. A little bit too much to ask for my poor little Guardian. So, there's that as well. Now, I'm also using Halloween buff food, so the lowest level one is Candied Apples, and the reason I'm using that is because it's 15% extra experience instead of the usual 10. Now, what's perfect about this is that while you get a lot of experience from the mobs, the legendary mobs which are still here and still drop the champion bags, still drop exotic champion bags. So, for example, before I got a bag which had an Onyx Lodestone in it, so you're actually not missing out too much on the loot. The only downside, in fact, is that any loot that drops from the regular veterans or mobs is going to be downscaled to your level. So it'll drop bags appropriate for the tier material of your level. So I've only been getting things like medium bags instead of the heavy bags, but see, bag of swiped goods. It's not quite tier 6, but it's fine, because we're still getting some materials there, and the experience here is ridiculous. It's actually crazy. If I were to pop hang on. Sadly, I'm running out of inventory space, but let's go ahead and pop another kill streak buff. Now, even though we're fighting on boss, an event legendary, which obviously is not going to die and reset my kill streak, a lot of other mobs still spawn. Now, this was my first worry, was that basically whenever we start an event mob, that we'd risk losing the kill streak bonus. I'm going to go ahead and delete something for that little extra. The problem is actually after the loot boss, because people start to get a little complacent and don't keep killing things, basically, which means that your bonus is going to run out if you don't kind of instigate a bit of aggression somewhere. But it's okay. People also tend to run away from mobs, which is going to hurt your experience a lot. But my main point is, if you've got any ults which are pretty decent at farming, or at least pretty decent at getting hits on mobs for farming, in that basically you've got a nice bit of AoE, you can actually get a lot of levels very, very quickly using the Crown Pavilion. But remember, this is not going to be available forever. it might actually pass in 2 weeks, but probably not. I'd hope that it doesn't pass in 2 weeks and that's here for the full month of the Living Story section. So basically the time limit is going to be either the month of the Living Story or 2 weeks, in which they'll change something and maybe it will become inaccessible for whatever reason. But just wanted to share that with you in case you've got any alts that you felt just might need that extra little push. Now, I'll probably get my Guardian to 80 tonight doing this. Is it boring? Yes, it is. But is it efficient? Definitely. This is probably the most efficient way to level outside of crafting, so you can't really complain too much. Whoops. I'm going to lose my kill streak. People run around too much when events are up. It's kind of disappointing. But if you get a decent group that knows what they're doing with farming, this can be really, really nice. And you also get a nice couple of champion bags. Now let's go kill Kurai. Get another champion bag. Well, that's it for now. Averaging just 16 minutes. Yeah, I should be 64 before too long. So averaging about a level every 4 or 5 minutes. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Thanks for watching, folks. Good luck and have fun. And as always, I will see you next time.